Hello, friends, Gary Goyles, and fellow poets. Yes, I forgot the intro then. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. Hello, BB. I was just going to say there is nobody here, but hello, BB. Adam, you used the word whilst. That's 10 extra points. Oh, what? Oh, whilst you wait. Okay. Yeah, you caught me off guard a little bit there. I feel all out of sorts, guys. I took some time off. I took the weekend off from everything, and now I just feel super rusty. I feel like I've been away forever. But yes, hello everyone. Hello Nikki, welcome. Hello Delgale, welcome. Hello Matthew, welcome back. Welcome back all. Hello Mitchell from myself and Danny. Hello Mitchell and Danny. Uh I have not brushed my hair, or at least it doesn't look like I have. I've decided to give you poetry points from here on in. Hi, everyone. How many points do I have so far? Wait till he says, from whence? From whence? Rusty and rested, yes. Rusty and rested. Oh my goodness, we're on 5 likes already, guys. I'm gonna have to start coming up with a new target for you all. I was gonna say y'all, and then I stopped myself. For you all. I would have lost those points that Vivi just gave me if I said y'all as a Englishman. Um, so tonight, what do we have? What do we have? Tonight we these streams are getting harder and harder to do. The more we do them, naturally, the more topics we run out of, or you know what I mean. The harder it is to find topics. But a couple of you in the last stream wanted to wanted to hear some new poems from me. So I thought I might as well this week, I might as well read my latest poem. But let me just absolutely specify that this is a first draft. This is a first draft, and we did get a new channel member a couple of streams ago, so I need to start pulling my finger out and making members only content. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to record me reading this poem properly, and in that video, it will be accompanied with like a sort of rundown of what inspired the poem. If I haven't already explained that, hopefully I haven't. Um, But yeah, this is very much just a stream of consciousness. I haven't edited it. It's not even the poem that I thought it would be when I said to myself, I'm going to write a poem about blah 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 blah. It's not even close to being how I imagined it. It was just I'm over explaining it, aren't I? It was just the fact that I had this great idea, I wanted to write it, and then a few days went by and I hadn't put pen to page, as they say. And so I was just like, I just need to get something down. And that's what that is. And I haven't touched it since. But if you're watching and you haven't liked this video, please do hit that like button. Welcome back to Conversing with Poets. I'm going to read this poem in just a minute, and then it's a free for all, or perhaps a free fall. We'll see. So hopefully you guys can keep the chat going and come up with some ideas. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed already, we are aiming for 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you're watching my content, if you're enjoying it, and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, especially if you're watching playback right now. Let me catch up in the chat real quick. From whence? That's awesome. How many does he get for that? I look forward to the rhymes. At least 13. Thank you. How many points did I get for whilst? Whilst. Hello from sunny Connecticut all. Hello Doreen from not so sunny and rather dark outside London. You know what, guys? I haven't. Wow, 5,700 and some. Yeah, we're really climbing every stream. Every stream we've jumped up a good a good chunk. So again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. Let's get one more like and then we'll kick the stream off. Normally I wait for 5, but we're already sitting on 6. So let's get to 7 and then we'll get into things. Hey Nikki, hope you're feeling creative. I'm so excited about your poem. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I haven't even read it out loud just yet. Well, maybe once. So my reading of it may not be the best, but it's okay. It's just I just wanted to read it for a bit of content for you guys, and I thought you'd appreciate it because quite a few of you were 7 likes. All right, let's go. Quite a few of you were asking about new poems in the last stream. Oh, we didn't have sun for 11 days. So today it's here. 11 days without sun? Oh my goodness. 8 likes. Awesome. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, before we do get started, sorry. Um, 9 likes. All right. My voice is getting higher and higher. I'm straining my voice more and more. Okay. So I have to apologize to you guys before we get started. I have to apologize. Today was supposed to be right along. Today was supposed to be right along. It just crept up on me so quick. So ride-alongs are supposed to be the first Sunday of the month, which is today, but it crept up on me really quick. So if you look in the chat box at the top, first yawn of the night, at the top there's like a blue strip. That's a pin comment in there. There's a link. Don't touch it now, but at the end of the stream, hit that link and it will take you to the ride along and turn on notifications. That's going to be next Sunday, 3 o'clock my time. Hi, Dazzle in the Dark. Having a prompt or a form sometimes gets us going, right? Deadlines, classes, meetups, all good. Have I missed something? Oh, I've not felt the most creative lately, but these streams are really helping. Well, I'm glad that these streams are helping. To be fair, January did seem like the month that was never going to end. See, that's interesting. That's how most people feel, but I thought it went really, really quick. I thought January went really, really quick. Let me turn this heating down just a touch. Well, let me turn it off. Oops. All right, we're on 12 likes. Fantastic. Okay, so this is my new poem. And again, take it with a pinch of salt. But yeah, if you want to hear like the background of the poem, um, it's probably not that difficult to decipher. But do become a channel member. I'm going to start. I'm going to start really focusing on channel member content now as well. So every video there'll be a bloopers. If it's a sort of react video, I can't really do a blooper to react videos because they're supposed to be in the moment. So for those, I'm going to react to the whole video just for members. Regular videos will have bloopers, and poetry videos will just have like explainers attached to it. So if you want to become a channel member, do hit that little $sign in the chat, I think, and then you can hit membership, I think. I don't see it on my side, but maybe if Delgo is in the chat. I know Delgo is a channel member, but anyway, if you can't, that's totally fine. Don't feel pressured. So, the sorrowful tale of Bluetown, a place not too far from here. Faint glimmers through blown-out windows. The only light sources in town, shutters above, a grey, static Orfeo of thoughts held firmly in hand. This is the sorrowful tale of Bluetown, a place not too far from here, where couples are Francium, lovers extinct, streets reek of death, hearts beating on the brink. This is the sorrowful tale of Bluetown, a place not too far from here. Every window a castle and a prison, a dilapidated luxury. Thick fog silences the streets, but still cannot hide the scorn of those few who dare share a walkway or two. Broken links of chain, sadly strewn by gutters, never catching the long forgotten light of the sun. One, singular, alone, self, one path, one road, one life, me. Faint glimmers through blown-out windows, the only light sources in town, shutters above, a grey static Orfeo of thoughts held firmly in hand. Nobody stirs or knows or cares. For this is the sorrowful tale of Blue Town, a place not too far from here. That's it. That's pretty much, well, maybe it's the second time I've read it out loud, so I hadn't really 9 watching 6 likes on my dashboard. Oh, on mine we're on 12 likes. On mine we're on 12 likes. Yeah, that was only the second time I've read it out loud. When I record it tomorrow for Tuesday's video and the members video, I will rehearse it a little bit and kind of figure out the reading of it. But I just thought, we're only 12 minutes into the stream. I just thought that it's something to bring to the stream tonight because I didn't have a topic, and some of you guys asked about it last stream. So snap, 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 snap. Thank you. There's some bits in there I like. There are certainly some bits that I don't really like, but I haven't edited it. I haven't done anything with it yet. And as I say, it didn't really come out how I wanted it, how I saw it in my head. So we'll see. Maybe I'll start the whole thing again, but we'll see. Morning all. I like the refrain. Thank you very much, Shorty, and welcome to the live stream. Good morning. That feels weird, doesn't it? Because it's 7:15 at night for me, and it's morning for you. The world is awesome. Isn't the internet awesome? But good morning, Shorty. Remind me where you are, Shorty, for it to be morning. That ripped my soul out. It is beautifully done. Oh, I don't know about that, but thank you, thank you, thank you. It's okay, I guess. It's okay. As I say, it's just and I'm not making excuses. It's okay. There are some good bits in it, but it's pretty much just a stream of consciousness onto the page. But thank you. So that wraps up the live stream, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm in New Zealand. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I've never been to New Zealand, but I'd love to. I'd love to. Isn't it like the most untouched country in the world? It's just so much nature and just as things should be. I've never worn beanies more in my life than when I started wearing them for these streams. I really like the repetition with addition at the end. It sounds more lyrical than some of your other poems. Really nice flow. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was actually thinking about taking it out, to be honest, and Middle Earth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's kind of where my head went, but I figured maybe New Zealand is a bit tired of that, I guess, at this point. But yeah, that's how I know New Zealand is beautiful through Lord of the Rings. But Bhutan has the best nature saving laws. Okay. Brick. 13 likes, by the way, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And if you've got any poetry friends that aren't doing anything this Sunday evening, get them into the live stream, get them subscribed so we can watch that subscriber count go up live. Welcome to those just dropping in. Welcome to those just dropping in. I've just read my latest poem, actually. I haven't written anything since that. So if you missed it, I'm sorry, but you can catch it on the playback, or there will be a proper recording of it for Tuesday's video. We're doing really well on the likes as well. So if you haven't hit like just yet, I'd really appreciate it. Can we match what was our record, by the way, guys? Wasn't it 23 likes in a stream? 23 likes? Can we match or better it? No, keep it in. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If Nikki says keep it in, I'll keep it in. Yeah, I didn't think it worked in all honesty. I thought, oh, I might scrap that. But if you like it, if people like it, um, two people said that they like it now, so I guess I won't scrap it. Nikki, let's agree. If he takes the refrain out, he loses points. I still don't even know how many points I'm on right now. Am I on? Did whilst get me 13 points, or would it just be whence that gets me 13 points? Thank you for that heart. 14 likes, guys. We're on a roll. We're all on a roll. Let's get to 15. Let's get to 15 by the end of part one. Hopefully by then I'll have figured out what the rest of the stream is going to be. I have a very, very busy week next week. Wednesday is Highgate open mic. Thursday is Windsor open mic and live stream. And Friday is a local community thing that I've been rehearsing for. Whilst got you 10, I believe. Oh, maybe I missed that. Okay, you need to sneak in from whence to get another 13. Okay. Okay. By the end of this stream, I will have said that, and I'll be on 23 points. I really wanted to play a game with you guys, like guess the poetry quote or guess the poem, because I was really kind of trying to think about what we can do for this stream. But then I realized if I said guess this quote, people can just Google it. It's going to be so hard. Okay, it got me 10, and your constant repetition of the beanie gets you an additional 5. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that Poetry Cove beanie, just so I've got at least two to sort of alternate between. I started panicking that every time I come to stream, I'm always in my comfy tracksuits, and I thought you guys are gonna think I never change my clothes. So I made a conscious decision not to be in tracksuit tonight. 14 likes? Can we get to 15? Can we get to 15? I think we can. In the next 40 minutes, I'm sure we can get one more like. Just rotate the beanie. We'll never know. Actually, I think I can do that because it has the Rolling Stones on the top. But it's no, I'm not going to do that because the beanie has the beanie has formed to the shape of my head. Oh my gosh, I played a game on a podcast I no longer do that's called Is This a Poem? That's fun to do. Okay. Okay, let's play it, BB. Can you explain the rules to us? How does everyone keep track of their poetry writings, edits, ideas, etc.? Anyone use a bullet journal or have any methods of organization? Thanks. Good question. Good question. So I use G Drive. I have like a document on Google Drive of just poems, and I title them Draft 1, Draft 2. Excuse me. It's really important that you keep your edits. I've said it a couple times on live stream. It's really important that you keep your edits. Um, just in case you kind of get to a stage in the poem where um you're not happy with it, but you were happy with it before. That way you can review different drafts and you can kind of see at what point you started going down a different path, if that makes sense. Ideas, I'm the worst with ideas. So I do take my own advice with ideas in the sense that I always keep them. I don't always, but often I've learnt from my mistakes. If I get an idea, it goes into my notes app on my phone. The problem is I then get distracted or I forget that they're there, and then and then I go back to them or I find them as I have done recently. I found a whole file of poems that I have started, but so much time has um lapsed since writing the idea down and having the initial inspiration that I could never. Well, hey, 15 likes. You guys are awesome. Well done, guys. Okay, we've hit our target for part one. Can this I think this can be a record breaking stream. I think we can hit 24 likes by the end. By what time do we finish? 9? By 9 o'clock, I think we'll have 24 likes. Look at these likes coming in. Thank you so much, guys. I've forgotten what I'm saying. Yeah, so much time has lapsed since I started the initial idea and the initial poem that it's impossible for me to go back now because I have no idea what I was talking about. I need to start printing stuff off of G Drive. Yeah, I have a drawer. Oh, that's something we can do. I wonder, that's something we can do. Tanya's not here, that's a shame. Anyway, I have a drawer of final draft poems. If they go into a book, they get torn up and thrown away. But if they're not collected yet, they get put into the drawer in my desk, um, to be forgotten, I guess, to collect dust for now. That's where this one will go, probably. I have an awful system where I have tons of things without file names on my Pages app. Without file names? How do you cope? It's like just roulette. We'll see which poem I land on today. I have one doc per poem on Google Drive. Probably the that's probably the way to go. I have put a bunch of dashes between edits. Very good. The further down the page, second yawn, possibly third. We're doing good. That's good for me, guys. The further down the page, the more recent the edit. Once I'm done, it's made bold. Move to the completed folder. I think so far, Shorty may win the award. Shorty needs some points for being organized. Let's get Shorty some points, please. I think I have that system too. How cool is that? Thanks, Shorty. I think I like the current edit at the top. We are clearly geniuses. I don't know if I could handle that, just like not knowing what file you're tapping on. Oh no, we lost a subscriber. We lost a subscriber, guys. We started with 717, I think. We're on 716. Oops. Award winner indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Points to Shorty. I keep pointing there. There's the subscriber count. I keep pointing the wrong way. Oh, I'm going to start a roster of points. Yes. Yes. And at the end of the month, whoever has the most points wins a prize. Hello, Loyal Heart Poetry. Welcome to Conversing with Poets. We don't really have a topic. We're kind of talking about how we organize our work. Well, we're not kind of talk. That's what we are talking about, is how we organize ourselves. And I've just had a thought. One second, guys. One second, guys. Why not? Let's have a bit of fun. Let's have a bit of fun. The Poet's Manual. It's a good resource book if you don't have it. Gosh, there's so much in here. What's this? A letter. That's in the wrong drawer. Who's that letter from? Tanya. Let me put that in the top drawer where letters should be. Sorry, guys, give me a second. I had a cool idea. I'm just going through my drawer of poems. I haven't ventured in here for a long time. Everything is organized incorrectly. Surprise, surprise. Oh, oh dear. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, oh my gosh, they should win a free copy of the magazine. Okay, points for the magazine. Obviously couldn't handle the organization methods. Yeah, maybe. Google Docs, when you use titles, adds a contents page. That's true. Hot click between versions. That's true. That's true. That's true. All right. Written as part of the Patreon write along. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Is all blank paper. You guys are getting a candid look into my disorganization. Oh, shit. What's- I don't know what just dropped under my. There are probably. Okay. This is all my poetry. Don't know if you can see that. That is all my poetry. And the idea I had is somewhere in here. I used to write I used to have a Patreon and I used to write a collection of poems. How I did that at the time. I used to write a collection of poems every month. And there's so much random stuff. If you're up for it, it's always a good investment to organize. So boring though. Yes. My friend Bruno saw my laptop once and had a nightmare because Christmas poems, because the state of my laptop is, well, it's nightmarish. I don't even know where to start. I'm getting all kerfuffled. Patreon Poetry 2017. 2017. Would you guys like me to read some of this stuff? I don't. Oh, that's a Christmas poem. Bit late in the day to read that. This must be December 2017. Okay, I read. A couple of simplex meters. The paper is so thin and sort of has clearly absorbed some moisture at some point. I'm just like this kerfuffle. That's 5 points for kerfuffle. Lonely little Labrador. He whined and he barked and he called, his loneliness unequaled, as he sat with his back against a tree. That's rather melancholic. Okay, maybe I'll actually form a stream of some sort out of this lot, but maybe not now because it's probably not massively entertaining to watch me sift through a load of old stuff. I'm one of those people who had a folder in a folder in a folder on my drive. It makes total sense to me, but does other people's heads in. Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm one of those people too. I'm one of those peoples too. Peoples? I'm one of those people. And I also have to now figure out what the hell dropped underneath all the drawers because it's so packed. Anyway, I started writing a poem about the stream, about this stream. Oh wow. I'd love to, I'm sure we would all love to hear it. Hey Danny, sorry, I got lost in looking at some old stuff. Let me just make sure I haven't missed anything. I didn't see you coming, Danny. No, I didn't miss it. Okay, cool. Yes, read. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nikki, I've just put it all back. But I will certainly go through it and pick out the good stuff. Isn't there a saying that goes something like, the messiest people produce the best art? Or am I losing my marbles? No, I think there is. Yeah, I think that is a saying. And there is science behind creative people being messy. I'm sure I read it years and years ago when I was like in my early 20s. There's a reason that creatives are quite messy, and it's organized chaos rather than mess. Um, but I don't know if that was a blog writer just trying to excuse themselves. I don't know what the science is behind it. I can't remember, but maybe someone can pull it up. But yeah, that's awesome, Doreen, that you've written a poem. Um, you've written a poem. I'm just trying to figure out ways to get from whence. That's awesome that you've written a poem about the streams. We'd love to um, read it at some point. If not here, definitely over at the Poetry Cove. Again, it's difficult to share poems here because YouTube only allows 200 characters. Writing one. Oh, don't get too excited. Oh, you're yes, 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 yes. You did say that. Sorry, I did get too excited. I can't understand how people, particularly painters, can work in a minimalist setting. I like being surrounded by stuff. Yeah, I like. Do I like the idea of minimalist? I mean, I'm in a garden shed, right? But even this small little area behind me, you can see, is pretty jam-packed with stuff. I have a wall of characters when I was writing my screenplays and my fiction, which you can't see, which you guys probably haven't seen. Um, and then there's a Buddhist quote over there that you would have seen in my videos, most likely. But yeah, I can't imagine. I think you're right. I write in my notes on my phone and keep going back to it every now and then and edit it. And I got another section with random bits and pieces on it, like a few lines of odd bits. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, me too. So those random lines of bits are random thoughts and ideas that I have left too long to get back to, and now it's impossible because I have no idea what I was on about. Even ones where I leave like in brackets, it's about this, and the inspiration came from listening to this song. I still can't go back and grasp hold of that. Go back and grasp hold of the ideas from whence they came. 15 points. 15 points. I think. Is it 15 points? or 10 points. I can't remember. Or 13 points. I think it was 15. Let's go with 15. I edit my wardrobe, but never my books or vintage suitcases or glassware. Okay, okay. I really want a vintage suitcase. I really want like a Harry Potter trunk. I can relate to the wall of characters. My kitchen is being used as a pinboard for an animation series. Nice, nice. Yes, yes. I've got all my characters and plot points and stuff on up here. I said bits so much then. My bad. No, no, it's all good. It's all good. We love your bits. I'm a dog groomer, and if there's too much stuff on the table or too much fur, I get stressed out. I have no idea how artists function around absolute carnage because it's our carnage. It's our carnage, and again, it's organized chaos, organized mess. 15, yes. 15 points plus 10, that's 25 points. George R. Martin has a file called Scraps and Pithy Sentences. So, of course, now I have a file called Scraps and Pithy Sentences for all my unused lines. Nice, nice, nice. I don't like mess, but I do like everything I need close to hand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's almost comforting, isn't it, right? The books around me comfort me. And I have my, like, tool books, if you like the poet's manual and stuff. They're in my drawer and stuff. You're at 30 points. I won't complain with that. I don't know how I got to 30, but sounds good to me. Your next task is up to the chat to determine. Okay, guys, what's my next challenge for points? You need to be able to reach out in any of the 360 degrees to find a pen. Yeah, now that's one thing I am lacking. Pens. 16 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Let's get to 24. Let's make this a record breaking stream. So if you haven't liked already, please hit that like button. And if you're watching playback, that doesn't mean you're not part of the party. You guys have been leaving some really amazing comments in the playbacks. So if you are watching playback, please do leave a comment on any of the discussions we're having. You can still be part of it. And please hit that like button too. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We want to hit 10,000 by the end of the year. Hello, Renee. Welcome back. Welcome back. What have you walked into? So I've read my poem. We're kind of talking about organization and how artists kind of thrive in organized chaos. And we're also trying to set me a challenge to win points. Also, we lost a subscriber in this stream, so if you haven't subscribed, get us back up to 717. I'm on 30 points. I really don't know how we got to 30 points, but I'm not going to complain. 30 points should get a subscription. I keep doing this with my fingers, I don't know why. A giant Rolodex. Old school organization for more than numbers. Okay. I don't know what a Rolodex is. Giant Rolodex. I have an address book because I like to write letters. Obviously, I'm not going to open it and give a load of addresses out, but I have an address book. I enjoy letter writing. Yeah, definitely comforting. I have all my writing books on my desk and drawers with all the materials for my miniatures next to my workspace. I'll clean up every time I stop working. Hang on, I got an itchy ear. Um, I'll clean up every time I stop working, but I am a bit of a maximalist. Okay, a maximalist? That's the first time I've come across that, but I'm assuming that's the opposite of minimalist. I like having shelves of books and things I've collected on display. Yeah, me too. That sounds like I'm also a maximalist. I've been getting so many like miniature recommendations on my Instagram feed now. I'm not complaining at all. I wish I had the shelf space for these like book nooks, miniature book nook things. They're awesome. And I really would like to get into diorama making, like World War II dioramas and stuff. I've never heard on a live stream when a lost subscriber was discovered. More fodder for my poem. There you go. Listen, we're different over here, okay? We're unique. By no means am I celebrating the loss of a subscriber. If I clear them away, it's like the heart has gone out of the home. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I my read all the books that I've read, can't I guess I'm a hoarder in that sense. I can't get rid of them because I see it all. Every book I've read is knowledge in my eyes, and I don't want to get rid of knowledge. I may want to reread it at some point. So they go into storage, but I'm all out of space now. Rolodex, a rotating card file for your desk. Okay, I do know what they are. I just didn't know what they were called. Yeah, I got you. Dioramas are fun. Yeah, they look so cool. I was always mesmerized by dioramas when I used to go to like museums, or particularly like war museums. I know it sounds super like um but like Imperial War Museum or the D-Day Museum in Portsmouth, and they had like dioramas. I used to love them. I used to love figures as well. I used to love making up stories with my toys and stuff like that. How do you post poems on Instagram? I don't anymore. I used to a long, long time ago, but Instagram has developed massively since I used to share poems on Instagram. But I used to use Canva towards the end. I used to use Canva and post them as images. That was long before Shorts and Reels and TikTok. Now TikTok's come out, it's changed the game. You know, TikTok is the reason we have Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. I have such a I don't like Instagram at all. It's just not. I don't like the company. Their ethics creep me out a little bit. I'm not a massive fan of Zuckerberg myself, and just their sort of like determination to be the one the one platform to rule them all. It's just a bit weird. Um, Instagram Reels. No, sorry, IGTV, Instagram TV, which completely flopped. They were trying to put YouTube in the ground, which will never happen. I just don't like Instagram. They're Facebook, Meta, whatever they're called now. They're just about the money and the marketing stuff. They don't really help their creators, I don't think. MySpace tried to warn us, right? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I know that a lot of people do enjoy Instagram, so don't let me put you off. You know, there's still like huge potential with Instagram. It's just not for me. Keep all your old books because as time goes on, they keep changing them and making them more suitable for today's audience. I do not believe in that. I believe I believe we should leave things as they are. Yes, we actually had a stream on this. We had a stream dedicated to this. I don't know if you were a part of that, Renee. Perhaps you were, but we did discuss that at length. I love them. The miniatures community on Instagram is such a welcoming one. I fell in love with houses, etc., when I went to Beaconscott model villages as a kid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, it's all really, really cool. And I enjoy seeing what you're doing as well, Nikki. I think it's awesome that you're making these little books and the covers look like leather. Like you're doing really great stuff. What poetry resource books do you all enjoy? I have a Stephen Fry, that's a good one. Ode Less Traveled. Ted Cruz's The Poetry Home Repair Manual. Oh, I don't know that one. I'll have to look that one up. And one more that I can't remember at present. I still hang out on Tumblr. I don't think I was ever on Tumblr. There's Pinterest as well. So I have this book called The Poet's Manual, which I've just buried in my. And I need to be a bit more careful because I'm just throwing stuff and my drawers are so overflowing that things are just getting lost to the back. This is my favorite one, The Poet's Manual. But there's also, I have the Stephen Fry one, An Ode Less Travelled. I have one by Ted Hughes, and I actually just ordered two more. I ordered two more on form and meter. I think we discussed that a while back. It was really interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we did. We did. They're made from food packaging boxes. I try to recycle as much as possible. Plus, it's free. Yeah, they look awesome. Nothing beats old school MSN. Oh man, MSN. I follow a page about 90s nostalgia and they're always posting stuff like that. But MSN, do you remember the nudges, the MSN nudges? And it would be like a little fist knocking on the screen, or you could like shake the other person's screen. I have boards for all my miniatures and novels, complete with song lyrics in the tagline. Ah, the evil word, meter. Ah, see, I love meter. I love meter. I think it's, for me, it's a very important aspect of poetry. Not that I always have meter, but I can't wrap my head around stressed and unstressed. It takes some time. It certainly takes some time. I mean, I kind of will write three or four edits, three or four drafts of a poem, publish it, and then sometime later, for whatever reason, I'm reading it again. I'm like, well, that breaks the meter there. So it can be confusing. So don't beat yourself up too much. Those nudges did my head in. The or whatever it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. MSN was the good old days. Yeah. Good times, good times. How do you approach meter? I try, as I've said before, my the way I approach writing a poem, this one, not including this one, because again, this was just a stream of consciousness because I just wanted to get it on paper. But what I'm trying to do now is when I come to write a poem, sorry, I want I want the meter and the form to represent the themes of the poem now, which is something old poets always used to do, right? And then obviously, free verse became the trend, and it all got lost. But I've bought two books that explain all the meters and all the forms and what they were used for, and so I'm going to try that. We'll see how we go. Maybe it'll be too limiting, maybe it won't, but we'll see how we go. I mean, I teach forms over on the Poetry Cove Academy, but there are more forms out there that I want to learn. I mean, I want to learn everything. I want to know everything because I'm crazy. I'll tell you which books I've ordered. So, and they'll just sit. They're just like this other resource book. Maybe not. I need to do something about these drawers. Maybe not in this drawer because it's all overflowing and I've lost I've lost so much from behind. Is there a form you don't like? I will come on to that in just a second. Ordered Paramount Plus. No, I didn't. Eh? Okay, it was free. I don't know what that was about. Okay, what did I order? They're arriving tomorrow. So, I've ordered Poetic Meter and Form by Octavia Wynne. That's the cover, in case you are interested. Maybe I'll do a review on them as well. Let's see. Stack the books under your Shakespeare bust. Oh, that would look good. Thank you, Nikki. That'll look good. That'll look good. And then I've also ordered, but I'm in two thoughts about this. The Making of a Poem, a Norton Anthology of Poetic Forms. And that's the cover by um Evan Boland and Mark Strand. But I read the reviews and it said that it's your typical sestina sonnet forms that I already know. So maybe I'll regret that one. Hello, Mythical Meter. Welcome back. Welcome back. I like the idea of stacking the books for the Shakespeare bust. I'll definitely do that. Thank you. What fascinates me is the Sistina, and it's so difficult to write. Anaphora, and that was fun to write, and recently wrote a three stanza simplex meter. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. Please do share. I heard that latter one is good, but dated. Sistina, yeah. You got Villanelle as well. For the longest time, I called them Villanelli. I still think that's better. Sorry, I still think Villanelli sounds better. Stack those books. Awesome idea. Will look great and be handy too. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. The only thing I would be concerned about, but the moisture gets into the drawer anyway, is that as you can see, the cover warps because I'm in a garden shed, so a lot of moisture gets in here. But yeah, I'll do it during the half. We're going to take break in a minute anyway, so I'll do that then. Stack those books. Those books. I'm having major throughput throughput challenges today. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, hang on. Someone asked me a question that I said I'd get back to. Someone asked me a question. I said I'd get back to it. Oh, is there a form you don't like? Um, Gazel, Guzzle. But it's not that I don't like it. It just takes a lot of thinking, but doesn't all forms, I guess. I'm kind of starting to dislike haikus. I know, shoot me in the head, shoot me in the head. I'm kind of, I don't know. I did so many haikus. I think maybe because I've done so many haikus, um, it's not that I dislike them. I'm just kind of then I don't know, they don't excite me as much as they used to. But that's okay, guys. Tastes change. Please don't please don't hate me. If you like haikus, and I know a lot of people do, that's totally fine. I used to love them, so I think it's just because I've overdone it myself. Is that a golf term, Herb? Throughput, because that's worth some points. Okay, okay, everyone's getting some points. Yeah, stacking on top. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, guys, let's take five. We're at 5-2. Let's take five. I think we can still hit 24. I think we can break that record. So while we're on break, I would really appreciate it if you shared the stream with all your poet friends, get them to like and subscribe. I'll be back in 5 minutes after I've got a coffee. I like haiku as fillers between longer poems in a collection, for sure, for sure. Listen, yeah, I think I've just written so many, like so many. Um, but it just doesn't really do it for me anymore. I'm more of a fan of long form poetry. That's kind of where I'm going now. That's just where my tastes are sort of drifting off to as well. So, yeah, let's take a break. Let's take 5. And I'm going to stack books and make a coffee. And I've just seen that a page is folded over in this manual, and I don't know why. I'm going to unfold that, otherwise it's going to confuse me. I think it's just by accident. All right, guys, let's take 5. Love you. Bye. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. And something happened to the chat, but I'm just moving it. Vivi became a channel member while I was away. Hello, and well, hello. I don't know why I said hello, but oh, let me just turn this off because I do enjoy listening to I do enjoy listening to that music as well along with you guys. So, Bibi, thank you so much for becoming a Gary Giles. I really appreciate it. There are already a few members' videos to watch. I used to do some vlogging as well that I'll get back into. I'm not a very good vlogger, I'll be honest with you, but there are some blooper videos there already. There are some members behind the scenes for On the Hunt videos. I know you like those videos where you get to see the location during the day and stuff like that. So, I've also put the first book there. The reason I was a little bit late was I was trying to find all my like resource books for you guys and some of the dust that came off of some of them. Oh my goodness. But we have there's still a load of dust coming off of them. Goodness me, look at the state of this. We have Aristotle's Poetics, of course. We have I'm just trying to get the dust off of it. Apologies. Ted Hughes, Poetry in the Making. Stephen Fry, the Ode Less Travelled. The Poetry Writer's Handbook. What year is this? It doesn't say which year this is. These are very good books, by the way. Writers and Artists is the publisher. Doesn't say which year this one is. This was the first one they made, by the way. Usually they come out on a yearly thing. And doing things with words. This was given to me, but it's published by the Open University. So I will stack those just now. Ugh, let me do that just now. Does that work? I suppose so. Oh, okay. Perfect. And then the other two will arrive tomorrow and I can add that to them as well. Gosh, a lot of dust was sitting on some of those. I just saw the pic of Harry as a puppy. Worth it. I'll have to go back and look at that. I can't remember. I got plenty of puppy photos on my phone. But thank you so much for becoming a Gary Goyle. That means a lot. That is very much appreciated. And I know we've had conversations about it before and I told you not to do it. But I am going to make an effort to make member videos now. So I won't tell you off, but thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're on 17 likes and we don't have any topics. So, what are we going to talk about? I need a challenge for part two to get some more points. Lovely jubbly. Lovely jubbly. Oh, Mitch, are you still here? I just heard a certain someone's voice in my head saying that. Thanks for that idea, by the way, Nikki. It just adds a little thing to the background of these videos. No yawning challenge. That I have already failed. That is minus 15. That is minus 15 points. What about poets who inspire what about poets who inspired people into the craft? Yeah, okay, let's talk about that. So, people who poets who inspired people into the craft. For me, I think I've said this in almost every stream now. You guys are going to get bored of hearing it. For me, it was Jim Morrison, who wasn't necessarily the best poet, or certainly wasn't known as a poet, Well, depends who you ask, of course, but he was mostly known for being a singer in a rock band, The Doors. But that's how I got into it. Yeah, that's what you meant. I assume that's what you meant. Um, what about all of you guys? I need to get to know you guys a bit more. You all know exactly how I ended up in poetry. What about you guys? How did you guys end up in poetry? Nicky, he couldn't do it. Well, we should dock points every time he does. No, you guys can't do that. Are we on like minus 50 points by the end of point one, part one? Oh yes, sorry, Herb. So I'm on a point system. You guys give me challenges, and I earn points for completing them. I'm on 30 points at the moment. So if you think of any challenges, uh, put them in the chat. How do we encourage ourselves to develop sound? Interesting. Let's come back to that one, Doreen. How do we make more sound in our poems? Sorry, I missed your first one. I went straight to the how we got into poetry. But we'll come back to that, Doreen, because that's interesting. How do we encourage ourselves to develop sound? It's an interesting one. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I have air miles. Does that count? Yeah, that counts. That counts. I was the new kid senior year of high school, a very quiet year. I wrote my feelings down. Nice, nice. I got into reading poetry through Serge Tankian from System of a Down. I have his poetry collection. Interesting. I didn't know he had a collection. Doesn't hold up as well now. Okay. But it was so cool to see someone I admired trying a new form. I may look into that. I can relate there. David Bowie and his use of Dadaism was a big inspiration. And my mother introduced mm, introduced me to Pam Ayres as a child. I still have those books. Yeah, David Bowie. When I just got into it, right, poetry. I mean, I also looked to David Bowie. I also looked to David Bowie. I the I will never forget the night he sadly passed. My friends and I went up to Brixton for the big street party, and it was awesome, historic, I guess. But it wasn't sad, you know. It wasn't sad. I mean, the day was sad when the news broke, but then the party was literally just celebrating his artistry and his life. Every bar and pub you went into was Bowie playing. People out in the streets. Someone brought a massive tannoy speaker system playing his music. Everyone was smoking, and the police didn't do anything about it. People were dancing on top of phone boxes, and police were there to make sure it didn't get too crazy, but they understood the assignment. What's that phrase? I think it's understood the assignment. Um, I ended up writing poetry because I was talking to you about it while walking around work, and I mentioned my rap, and we discovered it was more of a poem. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I remember that. I think I've said before that I got into poetry as therapy during lockdown. I wrote a poem a day. Okay, while we were stuck at home. No, I don't remember you saying that. Maybe you did. Maybe you did. But it was incredibly cathartic. Yes, and as you guys know, I'm a huge advocate for poetry as therapy. I think my first poems were inspired by my father's recitations of Robert W. Service, Robert Frost, Rabbie Burns. We're all kind of having a Rabbie Burns phase over at the Poetry Cove. We're still talking in the Robert Burns night picks thread, and Yvonne posted something else today as well about Robbie Burns. His collection is called Cool Gardens. Okay, he has a lot of artwork in it too. I've got a really itchy shoulder. Maybe there was a maybe there's a small spider amongst those cobwebbed books that have bitten me. Yep. Uh, and very little blank space. Oh, it's right up my street then. Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favorites. I'll be honest with you. I'm just addicted to words and abstract thoughts about different things. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I love it. We all love a bit of Edgar Allan Poe. Ah, I've forgotten it. It's gone. Is it Annabelle Lee? It is Annabelle Lee, isn't it? Questioning myself now. Poetry is said to be a way to find some control in an otherwise frantic environment. Something like that. I've never heard that before, but yeah, that absolutely makes sense for sure. Now let's talk about Doreen's question about sound. I'm still trying to get my head around that. How do we make more sound in our poems? Is that a good question? Excuse me. How do we encourage ourselves to develop sound? I have no idea. 17 likes. Thank you so much, guys. If you're watching, I see a couple of people dropping in. Please do hit that like button. And don't forget, if you're watching playback, here come the fingers again. If you're watching playback and you haven't already liked it, what are you doing? Hit that like button. That speaks to me, Doreen. I read Khalil Gibran for a while. I know that name. I know that name. I'm sure I know that name. Oh, that makes sense in terms of therapy. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Sound. Okay. Well, we know the techniques, but how do you inspire it? Sometimes I listen to the sound of a thing on YouTube as background inspiration. Something is definitely biting me, guys. I've got one coming up now. Darn it. Sometimes I listen to the sound of a thing on YouTube as background inspiration, like the sound of a typewriter, doors closing. Interesting. For me, yeah, for me, I find myself putting ambience on if I'm writing a poem about a certain thing. So, for example, that poem I've taken it inside now. The poem I read, the most sorrowful tale of Bluetown, a place not too far from here. I put on like I just searched YouTube Armageddon ambience and listen to that. If I'm writing something sort of summary, I'll put on summary ambience and stuff, if that makes sense. I've recently found some of his poetry. His work is beautiful. I'll have to I know that name. I'm sure I do. I thought it was, yeah, Gilbran? Khalil Gibran. Gilbran. I know that name. The descriptor of sound. Hello to those of you dropping in. Please do join us in conversation. We don't bite. At the moment, we're kind of talking about how we use sound to inspire our poems, or how we use sound in our poems. So, if you have anything to add, please don't be shy. We love hearing from you, particularly new faces. So do take part. Of course, if you're not feeling up to it, that's totally fine. You can just watch. But we are a good bunch, so I hope you feel encouraged to take part. Instead of trying at first to place it in a poem, just let myself feel the pleasure of describing it. Okay. Okay. I'm in a weird mood tonight. Sorry, guys. Instead of trying to place it in a poem, you know, birds, birds have something on me. Watching them fly really inspires me. It makes me feel good inside, but also, of course, I'm definitely not alone in the world. Nearly everyone enjoys it, but listening to bird songs is amazing. I was walking Harry last week in the morning, and we were coming to the end of our walk, and I'm used to like the typical like sparrow song and but there was a bird song that I'd never heard before, and it stopped me in my tracks. Little Harry was like, throw the ball, come on, Dad, throw the ball." And I was just like, wait a minute, I want to listen to this. And I just stood there listening to this unique bird song for about 5 minutes. And eventually, Harry was very patient. He sort of ran on a little bit and laid down in the grass. But I love birds. Birds are a big thing for me. That sounds like a great. Oh, I've got to catch up in the chat. I've missed a lot. Sorry, guys. Wow, I have missed a lot. Sorry, guys. I find sometimes taking the time to write a sort of free prose, almost just trying to create purposeful setting, it awakens that aspect of my brain more. Nice. I listen to film scores when writing. I used to, when I write fiction and screenplays and stuff, I'll listen to film scores, but not so much from my poetry. If I want to write like a poem that has an archaic feel to it, not archaic, but um old feel to it, like a Shakespearean feel to it, let's be honest, of course it is, I will put Elizabethan court music on. Or, actually, I've just lied. I will listen to Shakespeare in Love soundtrack because the soundtrack to Shakespeare in Love is beautiful. When writing, sometimes work from the likes of Evil, if it's in another language, I don't get distracted by the words. That's a good point. I've never tried that actually. That sounds like a great warm up. Get into it. A good cup of tea doesn't hurt either. Absolutely. Um, Lennon, in his own right, poems, puns, pictures, biting humor was an interesting start, followed up with a Spaniard in the works. Witty, whimsical. Okay, nice. Nice, loyal heart poetry. There is a great video somewhere on YouTube, but I forget who, about writing better metaphors. It had good sound comparisons and so forth. Nice. If you remember, but don't forget to put it in the chat. In my dreams, sometimes I fly like a bird. Crazy, right? I wish I could fly like a bird. Fly like a bird. That's the song. Doreen, oh, agreed on the T. Poetry. I had a high school English teacher who put Lennon's work for analysis. He was a Lebanese American poet. He was influenced by philosophy and Arabic poetry. Yeah, I know the name. I'm sure I do. What is my favorite bird? I find people's choice interesting. That's a question I've never thought of before. What is my favorite bird? Hmm. Good question. I'll have to think about that. Let me come back to you on that one, Nikki. I've never really given it much thought. As much, I love birds, but I don't have I don't know I have a favorite one. I wrote a poem called Streetlights Halo Glow Summer Extravaganza Show. It's about insects. Nice. I'd love to share it with you, but I don't know how I can. It might be difficult. It might be difficult on YouTube with the 200 characters. Otherwise, I have a website called thepoetrycove.com. If you go to thepoetrycove.com/forum, there's a share your poetry section. That there's quite a few covers in the chat, so not just myself, but we'll be able to read it. Yes, John could be nasty, rub people the wrong way, all in the name of poetry and humor. As you can tell, I'm a Stones boy. I'm not a I'm not a big Beatles fan. There's a couple of songs I like, but in terms of Stones versus Beatles, I'm on the Stones side, unfortunately. Khalil Gibran Gilbran is a Lebanese poet. He wrote the Prophet, and I mean I have a whole collection in one book of his stuff. He was popular in the 60s and 70s. The more this is going on, I know, I know this poet. I just don't know why well, I know the name. I just don't know why I know the name. They liked winding each other up. My fave birds are the Kureru and the Moorpork for the sounds they make. New Zealand has one of the highest populations of unique birds due to no natural predators. Interesting, yeah. How big are your birds? You must have birds of prey. I bet you've got some big, like, dominant birds. Eagles? Do you have eagles? My favorite bird is the magpie, closely followed by pigeons. Interesting. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Hmm. I just can't tell you what my favorite bird would be. I like the name jackdaw. I like the name jackdaw, which is basically a miniature raven, right? But I don't know that I like jackdaws. I just like the name. Makes me think of pirates. I favor an underdog. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hmm. I have so many parakeets. So here's an interesting story. Near me, I have so many parakeets which aren't native to Britain. But the story goes, how true it is. The story goes, everyone knows in my area this story at least, and this is the story that there were never any parakeets here because they're not native to Britain. But at Ealing Studios, which is maybe about 40-minute drive from here, they filmed Cleopatra with Elizabeth Taylor, and they brought parakeets in for filming, and they released these parakeets and had n- never thought about recapturing them. They just flew off, and that was that. And now they've just now they're the dominant bird in this area now. I don't know if I like parakeets. They're nice to look at. They're nice to watch flying around. So I guess they're pretty colourful. They're nice to see. So I'll go with parakeets. My favorite bird for now is parakeets until I discover something else. Everyone has a poem on a crow or a raven. Our only birds of prey are small eagles and some falcons. They can take away lambs. I mean, that sounds like, I mean, yeah, that sounds crazy to me. Lambs. I don't know. We have kites. Our bird of prey around my area, at least, are kites. I don't know that they would be able to take a lamb. That's, yeah. We used to have moa, which is like an ostrich, but twice the size. Wow. Twice the size of an ostrich? Aren't ostrich a good size anyway? That must have been massive. I learned to salute the magpie in England. Yeah. Are there special reasons for your choices? I was the same with blue jays. I write tons of bird poems. Oh, you do? I feel sorry for pigeons. They get a bad rap in the UK, but they are such great characters and can be really beautiful, especially wood pigeons. I'm not a huge fan of pigeons. What I don't like seeing is when they've like got one leg and half their leg has been torn off. Like pigeons go through it, I guess. I'll give them that. They do go through hell, I guess. Australian rosellas look amazing flying in flocks, like dancing flowers in the sky. I love seeing Canadian geese around the end of summertime, and I know that because when I have my hot tub out, I watch them all sort of flying off in flocks, and heading to Canada. So they're nice to see. Again, I don't know that they're my favorite bird, but it is nice to see them. I just enjoy watching birds fly. It's the freedom behind it, I think. Magpies have a lot of symbolism, yeah, and folklore around them. Yeah. I've always saluted and greeted a lone magpie. I'm not a big believer in the supernatural, but I do feel an affinity to them and like there's some kind of message to their appearance, for want of a better word. Messenger pigeons, I give you that as well, Nikki. Pigeons did serve a purpose in World War One. So thank you for sharing all that. It makes me like you even more. Aw, that's sweet. How beautiful your days must be. I love that phenomenon when flocks of birds change direction, etc. in the air, not explaining it well. Yes, I actually had that this evening. I had that this evening. I was walking Harry and playing fetch with Harry, and all of a sudden a huge flock of birds. I don't know if they were crows or jackdaws or but they were blackbirds, and they all just rose up in the sky and was making like patterns in the sky. It was amazing. My favorite bird might be the crow who sits in a maple tree outside my window. That's beautiful. I I love sparrows as well. I do love watching sparrows. I've got a bird bath, and in the summer and the spring when they're all doing their thing, I like to see them in the bird bath. But they can be very noisy. Darlings. What are the I saw some lovely okay. With this is gonna be bird this is a bird stream now officially. I saw some lovely small blue and yellow birds. Again, I was on a walk a few days ago, and there were lovely blue and yellow birds. Do we know what birds they are? They might be my favorite bird, actually. They were beautiful. I like robins. My family believed my great granddad was reincarnated into a robin because when he passed, there was always the same robin that used to sit in my nan and granddad's garden every day with us. Yeah, there's some lore, I guess, if you want to call it that, lore that robins are relatives visiting you. I'm sure you've seen the birds outside my workspace window via Instagram stories. Yes, yes, yes. Birds after the death of a loved one. Yes, I love stories about that. And it's a card. This stream is for the birds, yeah, but I don't really have a favorite bird. Is that to me, Doreen? Is that what the small yellow and blue birds are called? Cardinals? Because there was two of them, and one of them flew away, and one of them just stood on this branch and just watched me walk under it, and we had a moment where we looked at each other, and it was pretty cool. Just that moment of acknowledgement. I also like swans. I know most people don't like swans, and they can be aggressive, but there's a couple of swan nests near me, and during spring, they obviously all have their babies, and if there's a couple of times where I've followed them along my trail because my trail goes to a lake. I think I've spoken about it a couple of times. I have some lakes near me. And of course, if you get too close, they hiss. But of course, they're going to do that because they're protecting their young. I understand swans can be aggressive, but they are pretty majestic. And I think they're beautiful to watch. Listening to music while writing poetry is wonderful. I actually wrote a poem to music that I listened to. It was Asturias by Isaac Albanese. Okay. Yeah, some people um get distracted by lyrics and I can understand why. I used to for a long time I used to write poetry to certain songs. when I'm listening to songs and a lyric sort of screams out at me, I kind of want to run with that and write a song, excuse me, inspired by that. I've not done that for a while. Excuse me, sorry guys. I've not done that for a while actually. Wrote poetry with music in my ears. I used to do that all the time. That used to be my process. Not so much anymore. I saved a robin baby that fell from his nest and raised him. His name was Gus Weatherstaff. That is perfection, to quote Chandler. Gus Weatherstaff. I love it. Bless Gus. He was lucky. Thank you for doing that, baby. He was lucky. Oh, my granddad's favourite birds were robins and blue jays. After he passed, I was followed by a blue jay right up until the funeral. Wow. I also have a robin that appears wherever I feel grief. Whenever I feel grief. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. Cardinals are red, female a little less bright. Red in snow. It's so great. Okay, guys, what are the little yellow and blue birds then? I feel those moments very strongly. They are supportive, calming, loving. The breeding pairs of swans on the canal in the next town are practically celebrities. It's the best thing to flood my Facebook feed. Awesome. Would you be willing to pop a list of the books you shared earlier for the replay? Yeah, in the comments. Do you mean in the comments, or do you want me to just read it out now? I can do it as a comment. Oh, okay. Starlings are the birds that create different shapes as they change direction as they fly in big flocks. Ah, okay. So these were starlings earlier then. I think you mean blue tits, Adam. I am a mature 31-year-old man. Let me just Google that real quick. I really hope, but uh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, let's rename them to something else because I don't know how many times I can say that without being immature. But yeah, that was them. Yes, in the comments. Okay, I'll do that after for sure. What did you say the ones you want the ones stacked behind me or you want the two that I bought today? A blue-fronted redstart. Totally. Yeah. Let me Google that. I think it's actually a blue tip, but let me just blue-fronted redstart. Blue-fronted redstart. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Or was it one of them? It might have been one of them. I don't know. I can't remember now. It's one of those two. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. We both get points. Thank you, BB. We both get points. All if possible. If you think blue tits is a funny name for a bird, don't look up booby. Bright blue feet and crash to land. Oh man. What's it called? Boobies. Boobies bird. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh bless them. Wow, check them out. Wow. I like them. They're my new friends. Okay, the poem is really starting to appear. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine you're getting some good stuff here. All those B sounds, beautiful. Yeah, get that alliteration in there. Assonance. Swallows, they're beautiful. I like swallows. Swallows, sparrows, blue tits, and boobies. Wait till he finds out there's one called a great tit. Oh, goodness. Who names these? Who names these? There's clearly someone in like the Natural History Museum or whoever who is like uh, asked their 5-year-old, well, no, not 5-year-old, let's go 8-year-old son, what shall we call these? Boobies. Okay. Are we turning into Twitches? It would seem so. Yeah, it would seem so. Let's get things back on track. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Men, Adam, men. Meter better than Twitterers. I was just about to write that. Oh, okay, okay. I just caught I just caught up. I didn't understand straight away about the men, Adam, men. But because I asked who comes up with these names and you're saying men, yeah. The same bloodline that came up with boating with Boatface. Is that a thing? What? Boaty McBoatface? What's that? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing some maturity to the stream, Shorty. Tit means small, hence the name in the birds and the titmouse. Thank you. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. So poetry. So poetry. Anyway, Google is telling me tits is on English for something small. Tits are very little birds. I'm gonna have to stop saying that because I'm gonna end up being monetized, although demonetized. Although we are reading the we're not saying anything incorrect, so they can't say anything if they do try it on. I doubt they will, but thank you for thank you for that, Shorty and Doreen. Is anyone doing anything exciting next week, poetry related? As I said, I got two open mics, the stream, X-rated live stream. Oh dear. We do have some good times on these streams, don't we? We do have some good laughs. We need 5 more likes to match our in-stream like record, guys. So if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Let's match our record. If we can get to 24 likes, then we've broken our record. The UK government asked the public to come up with a name for a new boat. Boating McBoatface got the most votes. What? Did they go through with that? Boating McBoatface? I hope they went through with it. If it got the most votes, they have to, right? Adam's OnlyFans. Yeah, yeah. This is OF content right here. Nothing wrong with a poetry-based OnlyFans. It's not all. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of what everyone assumes OnlyFans is now, isn't it? As I say, I used to have a Patreon. 19 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. We got this. 19 likes and one new member. Thank you, BB. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Yeah, I think OF started. I don't even know if I can say that too much. That's all the. I have to say, I understand why um, demonetization happens, but I think we have to be very, very careful with how much we accept on the censorship front with YouTube, because there are things like OF and OnlyFans that could get you demonetized. But really, what's wrong with saying that? And there are other things like that so self-canceling, that word for self-canceling, you can't say that on YouTube. And I maybe I'm just ignorant to it, but I think that puts creators off talking about mental health, and I think that's very detrimental, to be honest with you. But debate me on that or is that does that come under politics? I don't know. But I think there are certain things that are censored on social media that goes a bit too far and is actually detrimental to conversations that should be being but conversations that should be had. I don't know how I got onto that. Oh, just because OF, yeah, saying OF. But Adam, do you have finches where you are? I know in the US we have different kinds of finches. I think we do. They're beautiful birds. There is a guy on OF who just compliments the photos you send him. That is his whole stick. That's awesome. That actually just completely flips what OF is known for. That's great. I like that. I really like that actually. Finches, I'm pretty sure there is because I know that name, and I'm not a huge bird person. I just find them inspiring. Let me just Google it. Finches. Yeah, for sure. I know why I know finches. I used one in a poem, and I know why I used goldfinch in a poem. Yes, we do have finches. Apparently, the name was homage to Hootie McAlface, named through a Name a Bird program. So we've gone full circle with the convo. I'm learning all sorts of things today. Yeah, we do have finches. That's interesting, actually. Well, when you have robots censoring, be careful, right? Yeah, it is robots censoring things as well. Do you know how many times? Every time I've been demonetized for something, it's a robot that has demonetized us, and then I've disputed it, and every time they've lifted the demonetization. But the problem is they don't back pay you. So if they demonetize you, your videos aren't monetized, and then you get the majority of your views when you first upload. Then by the time a human has sifted through your video and decided no, this wasn't supposed to be demonetized. By the time they've done all that, you've had your like you guys, my loyal subscribers who watch everything as I upload it. The demonetization's gone, but first world problems, I guess. There's a YouTuber who made an OnlyFans of her ankles while in Victorian dress as an experiment. It's not all that stuff, but let's face it, it's mostly that stuff. Yeah. Well, once upon a time in Victorian days, that would have been classed as that stuff. I watched her YouTube about it, Nikki. I thought it was brilliant. I've thought about doing a poetry thingy somewhere, but mostly because sometimes people get creepy about my voice. And I thought, well, you do have a nice voice, BB. That's why I said you should do ASMR. But if people are creepy about it, then just be careful. The image I'm looking at of a finch. He's quite dapper. Oh, they're very good looking birds. Yes. We have a bird here in the US called a tufted titmouse. That- That's... Oh, I was doing so well. Full name, bro. Uh, Interesting. That's actually a very British name. Tufted titmouse. Get that alliteration in there. Let's please not talk of enjambment then. Yes. I see what you did there, Doreen. What has happened to this stream, guys? We are just being rather. What are we being? Renee, you get 5 points for making Adam say tit again. There you go. I can't not give you 5 points, BB, because you've become a channel member tonight. So there you go. I gave you 5 points there. We just need 5 more likes, guys. Come on, we got a stream of a stream of a stream. We just need 5 more likes. And if you're watching and you haven't liked, I know I keep asking, but we can get 5 likes and we'll break a in-stream record. We're so close and we have time to do it. So if you're just dropping in and you haven't liked that video yet, please, please, please help us break the in-stream record by hitting that like button and getting us to 24 in-stream likes. If you don't like the stream, I completely understand because we're not really talking about poetry, we're just talking about tits. Oh dear. One of my favorite birds is called the pileated woodpecker. They are absolutely beautiful. Their call sounds like a monkey. Okay, that is interesting. Yes, they are so beautiful. The color, the posture. I will cherish those 5 points forever. Just off topic. Oh, I don't think you can go off topic tonight, Mythical Meter. I think the whole stream is completely off topic. Check out place names in Newfoundland. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There is a thing. There is a thing. There's a road trip here in the UK. 21 likes. Nice jump. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, we're gonna break the record. We got 10 minutes. We're gonna break the record. I know we are. Come on, guys. We can do this. Newfoundland places. Place names? I'm not saying that. I can't say that. Why would you name a place? Well, I would imagine the place was named long before female toys were invented. But there's a road trip in the UK. Americans love saying New Zealand place names. Many start with Waka, which in English sounds like yes, yes. Risque recordings. This is a very risque. Is that 23 likes? We only need one more like, guys. We only need one more likes. We are at our current record. If we can get one more, we've broken the record. And if we break the record, just like that. Boom, 24 likes. Okay, I was gonna say if we break the record, I'll read out this road trip if I can find it. Road trip dirty names. Okay, so on this road trip, you go to Titty Ho, Cockermouth, Minge Lane, Crotch Crescent, Shitterton, Butthole Lane, court cocking, slack bottom, arseless road, fingering hoe. There's just so many. Wet wang. Yeah, it just goes on. I think that's enough. I think I've just demonetized 25 likes. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Well done, guys. 25 likes. That's going to be hard to beat. I don't think we're going to beat that for a long time. But 25 likes and a channel member. What a stream. We have definitely descended into the gutters. I certainly descended into the gutters right there. But, uh, and Goose Bay. There's a short in there somewhere, Adam. Oops. I think Herb just won all the points. Wait. Let me catch up. Where did we? What did Herb say? Oh, because he got me to say all of that. Hopedale, Nunatsiavat, Badger, Chance Cove, Come by Chance. In New Zealand, Waiwakaho said like, why a KO? Oh, no, we will totally beat it soon. Oh, wait, beat the number of likes. Yes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to beat 25 likes for a while. But we can try. We can try. I don't even know where to take the stream from here. We are well, we can only we can only go up at this point. I've brought the stream so far down, we can only go up. I don't even know what we would title this stream. Okay, maximum points for the person who comes up with the name for the stream. I like to make the titles relevant to what we've talked about with the stream. So at the moment it's debuting my new poem, but if someone can come up with a title that sort of encompasses everything we've spoken about, then please. Brits have the best humor. I like to think so. Well, I don't know about the best. We certainly have a renowned humor, don't we? This is like laughter yoga, laughter poetry stream. Yeah, there you go. Instead of poetics. Oh, no, manifest instead of poetics. Oh, you mean for the title instead of poetics? Filtering around on a Sunday, organized or not. There you go. We got two titles so far instead of poetics and filtering around on a Sunday, organized or not. Oh shush, our humor is the best. I feed the finches. I love goldfinches, and we have the little brown finches. They all come in at once. They're so beautiful. Oh, amazing. I have around spring, obviously, I have a lot of sparrows, as I've said, with the bird bath and everything. Um, by the end of summer, as we go into autumn and mid-autumn, before they all die, by that point, as they all sort of disappear, gosh, there's so many of them, guys. Oh, it didn't let me say it. Oh, it was that bad. It was that bad. I can't even. Normally it says, oh, yes, I can edit. In every stanza, a finch. I like that. I like that. Birds and the bees. Guys, guys, we were supposed to bring a bee poem to the table. Oh my gosh, that's what we were supposed to do. Thank you for reminding me, Mythical Meter. We were supposed to bring a bee poem to the table. Did anyone write a bee poem between now and the last stream? My suggestion got lost. Where did it go? Oh, I've just realized I'm in top chat again. Live chat. I love zebra finches. Many were unleashed here in the 80s and now populate and strip our native grass. How many messages have I missed again from being in top chat instead of live chat? And I changed it before the stream. I did change it to live chat. I guess when I hit go live, it must have refreshed back to top chat. Are we posting bee poems in the Cove? Yes, I totally forgot, guys. If you have a bee poem that you prepared for this stream, I'm so sorry. I'm so, so sorry. If you have it, post it in the Cove so we can all enjoy um, the bees. But on that note, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to sign off and I'll see you on Thursday. I'll see you on Thursday. Don't forget, next Sunday, there's going to be two streams. There'll be the ride along that was supposed to be today. I'm all over the place today. And there it was the ride along, and then there's going to be obviously what we're doing now, conversing with poets. Then the week after that, no. The week after that, there it will be Verve Poetry Festival, potentially, off the top of my head. So I've already said we'll see what happens with that. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. Record-breaking stream, by the way. I've lost it. Oh no, I need to scroll down. 25 likes. That's going to be hard to beat, but we will do it. 25 likes and a new channel member. Thank you so much, BB. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for joining me in the gutter tonight. And I'll see you all on Thursday or in the comment section of Tuesday's video. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good week ahead.